What's poppin', everyone? Kami from KamiCoven.com back with another episode of Pokemon Leaf Green Walkthrough. In the last episode, we took on Moltres and captured him. In this episode, we're going to continue Bill's quest on Island 2. So head off of Island 1, and we're going to head down here to where the boat is, and just sail over to Island 2 real quick. On our high-speed boat. And there's some Pokemon you can catch on Island 2. If you head over here, we have the Pokemon Center, and you can buy a few items right here. It's just a mini mart where you can get great balls and fresh water, so pick those up if you need any. But heading up here is where we can find Cape Brink, and there's grass and water here. And here we can find Spearow, Fearow, Meowth, and Persian. If you're playing Fire Red, you'll find Oddish, Gloom, Psyduck, and if you're playing Leaf Green, you'll find Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and Slowbro. If you're surfing in Fire Red, you'll find Psyduck, Golduck, and if you're surfing in Leaf Green, you'll find Slowpoke and Slowbro. Use the old rod to get a Magikarp, Poliwag, and Goldeen with the good rod, a Poliwag, a Poliwhirl, and a Gyarados with the super rod. If you're playing Fire Red, you'll get Psyduck with the super rod, and if you're playing Leaf Green, you'll get Slowpoke with the super rod. And I'm not sure if I have any repels left, but if we do, I'm going to use one. And it doesn't look like it, so I'll come back here in a second. Really quickly, if we come below the game corner, there's an item down there, and you need cut to get it. Generally, when you're on these islands, 1 island through 6 island, I recommend keeping your HM user on you for most of the time, because generally a lot of stuff requires HMs to get to. So grab that there, and that's the only item we can grab in the town portion. But up here on Cape Brink, if we head through this grass and head behind this house here, we can grab a rare candy. I believe somewhere around here. And on this patch here, if you use your item finder, you can get a PP max. Otherwise, you won't be able to get it. So head back on up to the house. I perfected the ultimate move of its type, but no one will take it for future use. You, the Executor. No, I was just mistaken. What you want to do is put your starter Pokemon at the front of your party if you have Charizard, Blastoise, or Venusaur, and talk to her. And she'll teach you either Blast Burn, Hydro Cannon, or Frenzy Plant. And for me, I'm going to learn Blast Burn. It's a very strong fire type move. It's 5 PP, but it's 150 power and 90 accuracy. It's much stronger than Flamethrower, but I'm going to keep both because I only have 5 PP. So she'll thank you for being able to teach it to a Pokemon, and you can head back. And in this house here is the Move Maniac, and he'll teach your Pokemon moves that they've forgotten if you have a tiny mushroom or a big mushroom. I sold all of mine, but if you kept on to yours, this is where you can use it. And the last thing to do here is the game corner. Now, where's Lostelle gotten to today? She always brings me lunch every day right about now. You there. Are you a friend of Lostelle's? Have you seen Lostelle around? I don't know where she might be. She should have been here long ago. Lostelle's a cutie. She got my looks. So what if something's happened to her? Please, help me find her. Please go search. Huh? What is this? Game corner. How much sadder can this get? Those clowns. They said they'd be waiting on the island, so where are they? Hey you, is this the only 3 island around here? Try waking up before you crawl out of bed, you punk. This is 2 island. Move it. Get your filthy motorbike out of my place. So we're gonna have to go on a quest to find Lostelle before we can continue on Bill's quest, and the game corner here is not running. And Lostella is on 3 Island. Also, the current is too fast here, so you can't surf. So how... That's 1 island. And we have some battles on this island. There's actually 4 trainers here, and I'm going to try and get through them if I can. And head into this little cave-like area. And this is the 3-isle path, and he's going to be digging it out. There's pretty much this guy in all the newer games now. But this is 3 Island, so heal up your Pokemon if you need to. So head on up to these bikers. And this is a biker gang that's causing some trouble for these people on 3 Island. And we're gonna have to battle them. What are you staring at? Don't you know it's not polite? You want to make something out of it or what? And one thing I forgot to mention is when you do use these ultimate moves, you will have to recharge in between. But they are pretty good when the enemy only has 1 Pokemon. So take on those 3 trainers and you'll have to fight the boss here. He's not much stronger than the others. So after you beat the boss, they'll all leave the island, and we can talk to these people. And they're going to give us some hints about Lostella and say that she's on the Bond Bridge. And this guy will give you a full restore for helping them. And I'm just going to heal up my Pokemon again. And this person will also tell you that Lostella made her way to the Berry Forest. So that's where we're going to end up going. There's a Pokemart here, and as you can see, there's an item. So cut this tree down. We can grab this zinc. And I'm going to grab some repels for the Berry Forest. I got some Ultra Balls and some medication as well. Also, if we cut this tree down, just below Bond Path, we can grab a PP up. And that's all the items here. And because you change routes, this tree is going to regenerate. And on Bond Bridge here, there are 6 trainers in total. In this grass, you can find Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Meowth, Persian, and Venonat. If you're playing Fire Red, you'll find Oddish, Gloom, Psyduck. And if you're playing Leaf Green, you'll find Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Slowpoke. It's a double battle up here, but you can get around it if you do cut the tree. And on this rock, we can find another Max Repel to replenish the one that I just got. And I believe we do have to fight this trainer. There's some more trainers over here, and this is the very small Bond Bridge, and very disappointing. And if you want to fish here, you can find Magikarp with the Old Rod and Good Rod, And you'll find Horsey and Fire Red and Krabby and Leaf Green with the good rod. Gyarados with the super rod. If you're playing Fire Red, you'll find Horsey, Seadra, and Psyduck. And if you're playing Leaf Green, you'll find Krabby, Kingler, and Slowpoke. And I'm not sure how she saw me from here. And we've made it to the Berry Forest, and there's a plethora of Pokemon we can find in here. You can find Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Venonat, Venomoth, Drowsy, Hypno, and Execute. If you're playing Fire Red, you'll find Oddish, Gloom, Psyduck. If you're playing Leaf Green, you'll find Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and Slowpoke. If you're surfing in here, because there is water eventually, once we get to it, you can find Psyduck and Golduck and Fire Red, and Slowpoke and Slowbro and Leaf Green. You can fish as well and find Magikarp with the old rod, Magikarp Goldeen and Poliwag with the good rod, Gyarados Goldeen and Seaking with the super rod. If you're playing Fire Red, you'll find Psyduck with the super rod, and Leaf Green, you'll find Slowpoke with the super rod. Now, there's berries scattered absolutely everywhere in this forest, so if you do want to collect them all, just look for the little dark patches. And you can cut trees down to avoid grass, but I'm going to cut trees to save steps on my rappel. I believe like this. Oh, there's no berry here. But check for all the different spots. There are a ton of berries in here. Like that. There's a Chesto. And I believe this is the pond. And we can grab a full heal here. And if we surf across it, do I have to jump down here? You can find a Petra Berry there. And if we surf down here, there's a bunch of cut trees. And this is highly unnecessary, so I'm just going to cut till I get to the item. And we can grab a max elixir there. I'll use another repel. And we can head back up. Surf up this way. Cut this tree down. And we can grab a max ether. And I believe that's all the items that you can get in here. So you want to come to this left edge. And we can find Lostel. Please help. A scary Pokemon appeared a little while ago. It kept making scary noises. It kept scaring. It kept scaring. It made Lostel scared. It's too scared. I'm too scared to move, but I want to go home. Interesting dialogue there. Here it comes. Go away. And if you know that cry, you know that it's a Hypno. And this is a level 30 Hypno. And I don't believe you can... I believe you actually can catch it if you want to, but I'm not sure why you want a Hypno. It's not a great Pokemon. Plus, Drowsy were very common earlier in the game, near Vermilion City. But it is a static encounter, so I will show it. And we do get level 47 off that. Oh, that was so scary. Thank you. Lostel came to pick some berries. You can have this. And she's going to give us the Ayapapa berry. And we get to take her back to her dad's. And it's going to instantly teleport us there, which is great. So we don't have to walk all the way back. And if we talk to the dad, he is actually the Rock Maniac. And we can complete Bill's quest. So we get the Moonstone from him. And we can head back to One Island after we heal our Pokemon. And now that we're back here, we can talk to Bill. He's gonna be waiting for us. What kept you so long? We got it done. The PCs are back up and running. The job went incredibly quick. Bill's an amazing guy. So the PC systems works, which means that's all we have to do for our quest, and we can continue back on our adventure. And Bill's gonna escort us back to Cinnabar Island. Hey, wasn't that a long cruise? My buddy Celio seemed to enjoy your company. I'm sure he'd welcome you if you were to visit him again. If you have a tri-pass, you can always take the ferry there from Vermilion Port. Alright, thanks for your company. So, now if we ever want to go back, we have to go from Vermilion. But up here we have Route 21. And on Route 21, this is our last route to explore, really. That's not part of Victory Road. Or Indigo Plateau. And on this route, we have 9 battles. One of them is a double battle. And we can lead off with this trainer. And on this route, you'll find Tentacool while surfing. And if you're fishing, with the old rod, you can find Magikarp. The good rod, you can find Magikarp, Krabby, and Horsey. And with the super rod, you'll find Gyarados, Horsey, Krabby, Seadra, and Kingra. And in Fire Red, you'll find Slowpoke, and in Psyduck, and if Leaf Green, you'll find Slowpoke. That Repel wears off again. And it's not too big of a route, but it will connect us all the way back to Pallet Town. There's a bunch of fishermen, so a good place to train grass types. And in this grass here, you'll find Tangela. And that's going to bring us all the way back to Pallet Town. And all that's left is to head on to Viridian City, but we're going to take a side detour real quick. So back here at Route 10, before the power plant, we can surf here now that we have the HM for surf. And here you can find Tentacool while surfing, Magikarp with the old rod, Magikarp, Horsey, and Krabby with the good rod, Gyarados, Horsey, Krabby, Seadra, and Kingler with the super rod, Psyduck and Fire Red, and Slowpoke and Leaf Green with the super rod. This guy will battle you, so I'm just going to ignore him, and we can enter the power plant. And in this power plant, we can find Magnemite, Voltorb, and Pikachu. If you're playing Fire Red, you can find Electabuzz. If you're playing Leaf Green, you'll find Magneton. And there's a bunch of items that you can get in here. Right here's a max potion. And this room's a dead end, but there are some items that we can get. Right here is Protect. And right here's an elixir. Head down this way to the bottom right, and we have a electrode, and some of the Pokeballs in here will be electrodes. I just wanted to show one of them because they're level mid-30s and generally they just self-destruct, but this one wants to be a jerk and paralyze me. So just be careful where you're picking up items and where you're not. Heal that paralysis. We can move on. And in this room here, we can grab TM25 Thunder. Very strong electric type move, but doesn't have the best accuracy. Try to set up Rain if you can, if you're going to use it. And in this room here, we can grab a Thunderstone. And I believe this one's an electrode, so don't click it. And coming up to this room in the top left, we have Zapdos. Now save your game. Yow. And Zapdos is an interesting fight. It's level 50 with pressure. It has Thunder Wave, Agility, Detect, and Drill Peck. The only thing it can hit you with is Drill Peck. So I'm gonna see how much a Psychic does. It's gonna Detect. Okay, that did a lot more than I thought it would. And I did nothing to it. Okay, I definitely should have went for Sleep Powder first. Now, hopefully my fight with Zapdos goes a bit better than my Moltres one, because that took a long time. My Articuno wasn't too bad. I hit my Sleep Powder, which is always good. And then go for another Psychic, and then start throwing Ultra Balls at it. Of course, as always, you'll see my first attempt, and any attempt I take after that, you won't see. It instantly wakes up. And the annoying Detect. Zapdos I find is the easiest to deal with just because it only has one flying type move, so it's easily counterable. Everything else isn't too much to worry about. The agility just makes it faster. And if you're throwing Pokeballs at it, or Ultra Balls rather, at it anyways, you don't have to really worry about getting paralyzed. Alright, 2 shakes, not bad. I should wake up. I think I had max turn sleep there. Go for agility. Okay, not ideal. Okay, that works. Another 5-turn sleep would be great. As my sleeper goes down. So I shall Thunder Wave it. Because I believe you can still Thunder Wave electric types in this gen. And as always, as I get close to around 20 Ultra Balls, you are throwing money every time you do throw an Ultra Ball and it fails. So if you feel like you're wasting too much money, don't forget to restart. I believe Jolteon's going to go down here. I went for agility. There goes Sandshrew. Up next, I guess, is Charizard, because I'm pretty sure Primate's going to die in one hit. And Krabby will probably die in one hit too. Tentacruel actually would have been really good to bring here. Okay, if you're paralyzed 3 times in a row, you should be able to not break out of a Pokeball. That doesn't make sense, especially without shaking. There we go. One attempt. Use a lot of Ultra Balls though, but significantly shorter than Moltres. The Electric Flying Thunderbird. And now that you've caught... Is there enough item here? Oh, there it is. You can get a Thunderstone there too. But now that you've caught your Zapdos, we can leave this place. And I'm just gonna fly back with my beaten and battered team to Viridian City. And we can venture on into the 8th gym. And if you remember from before, the leader originally wasn't here, but now he's back. We all know who it is. There are 8 trainers in this gym, but I don't believe you have to fight all of them. And what you want to do is step on this warp panel down here. And take the top one there. We have to lure this trainer out, if I remember. Or maybe not. I think that's the wrong one. That was the wrong trainer, and this was the wrong way. So head up this way. And then fight this guy now. This is the trainer. And take us back down. And we don't need to fight these 3 because it's a dead end. But we do have to fight this guy. So that allows you to walk past this guy because we did fight him. Otherwise he would block you. And the leader of this gym is none other than Giovanni. And that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to fight Giovanni in the episode. So like the video, comment on the video, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos similar to this one. And I'll see you in the next part.